Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, if it's not, welcome back. Today, we are jumping into the first Forever Save File video available to everybody, and I'm hoping you guys all enjoy this. Now, I did start my Forever Save File for members only. That being said, I'm going to break this down for you while we are making the Row family. We will have certain families that members only will follow, and we will have certain families that everybody can follow. And so that way, everybody kind of gets a little taste of the holy goodness. So here we are starting off, and we are creating the Row family. This is the first time that we will play with them, but they will also be living in the same world as the other families that we have already created. And those families are Patrick and Simone, and we also have Alana and baby. No, sorry, we have Kaylee and baby Alana. All right, so here we're going in. We're creating Scott. He is going to be a single dad with a bunch of kids. So hopefully that will add some extra gameplay into the world that we are creating. Now, the thought behind the Forever Save file is that as simmers, generally, I know for myself, I create sims, I play them for 5 minutes, and then I'm done. Like I move on. I get bored. And so the Forever Save file essentially is that you're building a world where you want to stay. And because I get so bored so quickly with every family, we are going to do this as a rotational save, okay? So essentially, every family that you are going to encounter, you will be playing them for 1 week. So from Sunday to Sunday. So you will get a whole week's worth of this family. And next time we will play the next family. So for example, the members already have 2 weeks of their families that they have, and then the next video will be a third. So I'm going to break this down for you and pretend the numbers that I'm going to say are families. So right now we are playing Scott Rowe, so he is family 1. So we will play him week 1. We will add family 2 next time. The following time after, we're gonna come back to family 1, and then we'll do family 2 again, and then we will introduce a third, and so on and so forth, and so we'll kinda go that way. So you will get to follow your Sims throughout their journey, and maybe you'll prefer some families over others, and that's perfectly fine. You can watch the ones that you want. They will be labeled by their names and which week that they're on, okay? And they should be coming out every second day, so there is constantly going to be something new going on. Now, here we are going in and we are creating Scott's children. We have Erica, and she is a child. Okay. And we're just going to go in and dress her real quick. Now, I do hope that you guys all enjoy this type of gaming. I know that I'm enjoying it as I go, which is surprising because this is the most that I've ever played in one save file in my life, guys, in my life. I struggle with things like legacy challenges, and I really struggled with the rags to riches. You guys, honestly, it was so linear. I just don't know. I needed more story. I needed more character, and I needed to get to know my Sims and figure out what they wanted. And another thing that we're doing here is we are randomizing the traits and then choosing aspirations based on the traits that they have. Now, there are some times when I'm aging up children, um, if the trait is just not, especially if we have them as toddlers, right? So as toddlers, we randomize the trait and then we figure out who the toddler is. And then when we age them to a child, if the randomized trait is just not really that fitting, I'll click it once or twice more to find something that's more suiting to their character. So now we've got two children who are twins, we've got two toddlers that are twins, and believe it or not, guys, we are going in and adding an infant. So this is a single dad with 5 kids. Welcome to the party. So we've got 5 kids that are going to be living with him. Now, we are currently playing in Willow Creek, so we are gonna go back into Willow Creek with this family, but we are going to be doing it a little differently than we have before. So Patrick and Simone, the first family in the members only save file, they are renovating, Riverside Roost, which is the absolute biggest eyesore that we have, I think. So they're going in and they're doing like a DIY style home renovation, gutted from top to bottom. He's a mixologist. She is high maintenance. Shall I say more? Then we have Kaylee and Alana, and they are very zen. They are very chill. Kaylee has her own like Manny spa, okay, her own small business Manny spa. And here we have Scott Rowe and his family. and they are going to be living out of well, I'm hoping it'll look more like a fifth wheel style home, but I just don't have any wheels. So so, generally fifth wheels, they have this, like, long setup, and then they have, like, 2 portions generally that pop out, and so that's what we have going on here. Now we are trying to use, like, a full bathroom, and we have to have enough space to fit all the beds needed for the kids, okay? So now for now, we do have toddlers, which is gonna be a little bit chaotic because unfortunately we don't have, um, what are they called? Bunk beds for toddlers, which I think would be so cute. I don't know why those don't exist, but we don't have bunk beds for toddlers, so we really need enough space for that. We've also got an infant who's gonna require a crib, not to mention we do have 2 children, but the bunk beds should kind of solve that problem with minimal footprint. And of course, we have Scott himself. So we're going in and I'm trying to make this look as much as possible as a um like fifth wheel, I guess, you know? Like a mobile home, like an actual mobile home, not like a mini home. But so we are going in and we are hoping that he now I chose things for him that he likes in terms of activities based on things that I haven't used before. So I think we're gonna use gemology um in this family. I have never used that before in my days. So I really want to test it out. And I'm hoping Scott is the guy to pull that off for me with his 5 children in this small little area. So we are gonna see how well that's gonna work. Now I'm already placing down the 4 beds, okay? Because I wanna make sure I have enough money for that, so that when the time comes, I can just get rid of the toddler beds, okay? Now here is the bedroom where things are gonna get really fun. We have added a toddler bed, and I'm putting in the crib in the same room. Is that a good idea? Probably not. So we're gonna go in and we're just gonna finish the kitchen, and I wanna see how much money we have left to work with after that. I wanna see what we can get done here. We're also gonna add a little table and, something on the wall, probably just like a clock. Yeah, and then we're gonna have a little living space, which I think is so much fun. So for a small household, it turned out okay. Now I am not gonna choose a small home option. It probably will fit under the, like, 100 limit, I guess, for the tiny homes, like the 3rd tier, but we're not gonna do that because we are actually going to add a real area for a small business for him. Like, he is gonna come, like, semi-equipped for that. And we did go in and add the money-making garbage can because that is necessary for me, okay? It's necessary for me, and yeah. So now we are going in with our gemology skill, and this is what we need to make them. At the same time, we are going to build a small building for him to go work in. It will also double as his business, like his small business. It will be on his lot, but separate from his house. And I'm hoping we have enough money to do the whole exterior. And this here is a bathroom. Now, we're adding 2 bathrooms here because I think it's going to save more space if we do it this way than adding like toilet stalls. So, yeah, that is pretty much what it is. Now, I know this does not look like it belongs with the trailer house. So go I'm gonna add a little backstory to Scott and his family. Um, we are going to pretend like we are not meeting him for the first time, okay? Or maybe we got a little snippet with him, but essentially, maybe his wife left him and he's taken the kids and he took whatever money he had in his savings and now he's gone with them. And so he is here with all of these children and he is trying to make it work. Now he's trying to open a small business, something that he's passionate about, while still caring for his kids and making sure that they have the best life. In the meantime, this money is going towards actually building himself a home where he can live with these children. Now, in here, we are going with a ticket kiosk, excuse me, because it is going to be the easiest way for him to make money up front when he's first opening his business and his levels are low. But yes, the goal eventually is to build an actual home on this lot for Scott and his abundance of children, okay? been using his gemology skill and jewels to build that house. Like, this is his job. Now, hopefully, this is a good time. Okay, maybe I'm adding too many tables here, but I don't know. It depends on how quickly he's going to be making these. Like I said, I don't know. I have never used the gemology skill before, so we're going to figure it out as we go, I guess. All right, so here is our little home. Very white, but you know what? It's all right. Good for now. This is all that they need. Now I have left him some money so that he can make himself some jewels and still be able to afford to create a business. And obviously, we are going to have to hire a nanny, probably more than once. Let's get real. So here we go. Let's just bring the kids into the house and see how this goes, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, okay? I grew up in a two-level home and it was like a decent size. And there was just my sister and I. And honestly, we just couldn't get away from each other fast enough. So I cannot imagine having 5 of us in a smaller cubic area. Now, I think we did a pretty okay job furnishing this. Um, the kids don't need much room in their bedrooms. Have a TV up front and a huge couch. The infant, I did buy the little, like, playmat to put her in. Hopefully that's enough, and I'm just realizing there's actually 2 toddlers, guys, and I forgot in the span of 5 seconds that there was 2 of them. So now we're adding another toddler bed just to keep it fun. I did also add the Wabbit tablet. Yes, it's funny to say, and yes, it makes me chuckle every time, but the tablet for the toddlers is super, super helpful, guys, super helpful. They learn all of their skills on there except for the potty. Now, in this case, I randomized the toddler trait, and I have not done that in a very, very long time. Normally, everybody's independent, okay? And so they can use the potty on their own. So I just randomized, and they won't be able to do it on their own, but hopefully, when the nanny comes, she can teach them a few things. And that is what we are going to stick to. That is the mentality that we are going to use. Oh, look at that. That's so cute. Ooh, earbuds. We can sell that. Awesome. All right. So while the kids are happy, we are going to scoot on over and we're going to try and design some jewelry. Okay. Just like the random first things first jewelry. See how well that goes. So it's costing us 65 simoleons to create that. And we're just going to keep an eye on the kids. Okay. We are going to keep an eye on the kids. Toddlers are outside. It's like an okay day. So why don't you just play with your tablet? Okay. Entertain yourselves. Right. Oh, what's happening there? Did he just hit himself? Talk about trial and error, you guys. Oh, he just hit himself. This is hilarious. Too bad they don't get things like concussions or something, and that could be like, I don't know, a consequence of a malfunctioning. But yeah, so it's costing us 65 simoleons to make it. Let's see how much we can sell it for. And then we can kind of gauge how much money we expect to make from this. We're going to speed it up because I want to know right now. Okay. Do I know? $98. Okay, that's not too bad. Considering this is his first ever thing that he's done, let's go make another. Let's make a necklace this time, and let's just put some random stuff in there. Now, meanwhile, let's keep an eye on the kids because it looks like it's going to take them a while to make every piece of jewelry. So we are going to have to maintain the happiness of the children because I did not call a nanny right away. We are just starting off this game. Most of the kids are like super happy, super content. And I realized I was clicking things on the wrong person. So we are going to go in and we are going to get the kids to watch the Brainchild Learning channel. That is a channel where they will learn the mental skill as they watch TV, which is super, super helpful. And if she can ever get out of the bathroom, I can set up her brother to do the same. He's using the washroom, and he is going to watch the current channel with her. And when we go in here, great. So he can't do that himself. So he's just gonna have to wet his pants, unfortunately, because we're quite busy. But he can have a snack. So he's gonna go grab that food. And so is his brother. See, Blakely is hungry. Blakely is the infant. All right. First child and last child are girls. It just so happened. It raised him up like it just random. And she is hungry. Oh, and he's already coming back. So wait, where did his necklace go? Sell for 135. Okay. Um, I don't know. Should we sell it or should we keep it? Should we put it on the table? We don't really have that much money, so we should just sell it for now and wait until he's making like excellent quality stuff to put on the tables to be able to sell in the small business essentially. And then we can just open when we're ready. We still have not registered a small business, so that will take a minute. And it will also cost us 750 simoleons. Look at this cutie. Okay, what's happening here? Why aren't you eating? This guy isn't eating either. Oh, Scott's having a rough go. Okay, so we have in order Erica, Devin, Lance. I forget this guy's name, the one with the suit, but then there's Blakely at the end. Is it Frankie, maybe? I think it's Frankie. What? Number one dad, guys, right here. I know I said it about Patrick, but look at this guy. He's doing it by himself, feeding her on the toilet. Guys, this is crazy. Talk about multi-functional and like multitasking. That is the funniest thing I have ever seen. I've never seen that before. Okay, so he's gonna eat, and I'm still trying to figure out why these kids are not eating. So we're just gonna put them to sleep and hope it's a glitch that goes away. All right, now we are gonna send everybody to bed because it's the end of the day and schedule when there is this many kids, especially. We are going to put Blakely to bed and like, I don't know, I guess we're just gonna get rid of these plates of food because the twins didn't eat it. So I don't know, maybe is there something wrong with the food? I have no idea. I guess we're gonna learn as we go, aren't we? A snuggly sleeper. Oh, that's so cute. All right, we are gonna get him to go do some more work now that the children are all in bed. Uh, yeah, I clicked the wrong button. Okay. We're gonna make another necklace, and we're just gonna use like some of the cheaper options because, it just makes more sense. We don't have that much money. So it's gonna cost him $145 to make that. Okay, Lance, tuck yourself in, big boy. Blakely, I thought we told you to try to go night night. I thought you were a snuggly sleeper. Try harder. All right, here we go. Now, I am using the windows from the Businesses and Hobbies expansion pack. Do love them for a business setting. Okay, 183. All right, so we made about $40 on that. That's not that much. All right, so this one's costing us 145, and we are going to see how much money we can make on that before we send him to bed. Like, I'm hoping, like, in my mind, I was thinking we are going to make a blowout. Oh, great. And so it begins, the joys. 135. Buddy, we lost money. Time to go. Time to go. Everybody to bed. The infant had a blowout, she's still sleeping, she doesn't even know what's happening. My thought was if we had a jewelry store, maybe we could make it, like, posh and super expensive and all of that. So, yeah, I don't know, I just thought that would be such a cool way for him to do, like, a comeback for himself, for his kids, and build them this house and this life that they deserve. So we shall see if we can pull this off with Scott, number 1 dad, the jewel maker. Now, you guys, if you have any tips on the gemology skill, like, that would be greatly appreciated. I bought this pack solely for the bookcases, with the bookcase with, like, the ladder on it and the high top love seats. Guys, no jokes. That is why I bought this pack, okay? So, any tips or tricks would greatly be appreciated. Leave them in the comments and let me know so that I can, like, figure my way out into this because I don't know any tips and tricks. I haven't played with it before. I've only been using the bookshelves because 'cause they're beautiful, so I needed them, that was my logic behind it. Right, so now the children are awake, now it is Monday, so the older kids are gonna be going to school, but the younger ones are still ripe with energy and, they are gonna need attention, but I need him to work on his small business because we need to get this up and running. No small business, no money. That's about as simple as it goes, isn't it? Technically, we could get him a job where he would go to work and make money at the same time, but I don't really want to do that. I want him to really focus on his kids and his business and make sure that everything is going really well for them. All right, Levi is very hungry. Now, let's see if we can feed them this time. Was it because of what they were eating? I don't know because that's all we got, guys. That's all we got. So grab a serving and eat, please. Success. Thank you very much. Now, this little thing had a blowout the night before, so we are gonna wake her up. Or maybe not. Maybe not. We are gonna serve some more food for the children. We're just gonna start there. And we are sliding this into the money-making trash can. Now they are making $60 because the trash can gives out $10 for every person in the household every time you put something in. So they got 60 bucks because there's 60 of them. There is 6 of them. Now you guys are gonna notice that this save file or this family from the save file is always gonna be labeled Scott& and Co. for Scott& and Company. It's because the other families are like Simone and Patrick, Haley and Alana, and there's just too many of them to start rhyming them off. Like, there are not enough letters allowed to be doing that, so we're just gonna call them Scott& and Co. Right. Now we have made some more food for the kids. We are getting them ready. The children are gonna be socializing. I think that is probably the only part that I like about having 2 toddlers at the same time. Ooh, he's blowing gas. Is that they can socialize with each other because it's probably one of the only things that I have not figured out yet is how to self-sufficient socializing for toddlers. Now, I could probably try the bear, like the big bear and the toys and whatever. I could probably try that and that might work. But for now, I do think that 2 toddlers is better than 1 simply for that fact that they can speak to each other and communicate. They're learning at the same time, they're helping their needs, they're gassy. It's a wonderful thing, isn't it? Oh, look who's up. Look at that. That's so cute. He's got a stinky diaper now. I can tell you he pooped himself. Now, Blakely is awake, so we are gonna have to go and help her because we already know she had a blowout. She's probably hungry. Oh my goodness. It is Frankie, that is his name. I thought so. He's the meanie, I think. I think he got the mean trait. Or fussy? Is it fussy maybe? He's talking about the move. He's like, "My god, can you believe what we moved into?" let's see what else. I wish that there was an option to play, like, make believe for toddlers. Oh, no way. No way, he's pushing him away. What a sin. Oh, oh, that was so cute there for a minute. Try again, guys. Oh, there it is. There it is. It tried way too long to get a picture of that, and it worked, but it didn't, so we're just gonna skip over the massacre that is me trying to snap a picture of them taking like, having a hug, okay? So, now we've got Scott, and he is tending to Blakely. Now, there are so many diaper problems in this house, like, one of the toddlers already, like, pooped his pants. We have Blakely who's had a blowout in his arms again, so she has 2 blowouts in her pants at the moment. We are gonna call the nanny, and we are gonna shower and get out of the house because that is the easiest way to deal with toddlers. Now, the bills just came in, and we're gonna go pay them immediately before we forget, and before we start spending any money that we don't really have, we're gonna pay the bills. There's the nanny. She's already showing up, bless her. So we are making jewelry quite slowly, so I don't know if we're gonna need this many tables. Maybe if we only make big jewelry. Okay, let's make something a little bit more pricey. So this is gonna cost 162 simoleons to make, and we were gonna see we're just gonna figure it out, you know? We're gonna go in and figure out what is more cost efficient, what materials we could use to ooh, under what conditions, darling, I only do under what conditions. 2,500 simoleons with 5 kids? It's not even enough. It's not it's not even enough for what we're going through over here, okay? We made 148 simoleons, so he actually lost $14 by making that. Alright, we are gonna use this money that was just delivered upon to us and open or register, I guess, a small business, and we are gonna call it Rose Jewels. Rose Jewels. Yeah, a little play on words there, but we are setting it at 50%, and it is just a basics, shop, okay? Buy and sell. So we are gonna start placing this stuff down on the tables so that we can start selling stuff. Now, I don't know, this is just normal quality stuff. I'm assuming there's gonna be excellent stuff and poor quality stuff. Um, and I mean, he's unlocking things as he goes. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Now, at this point, I don't think it really much matters unless there's a huge deficit. I think that he's gonna make money regardless because we have it set to 50% inflation for the sale price. What? The nanny's already leaving? How is that possible? We just asked her to come here, didn't we? He only made 2 pieces of jewelry in the whole day in 8 hours? Oh, she cooked food. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you so much. Alright, guys, we are gonna have to figure out something. 2 pieces of jewelry all day? That's not that much. It would take us way too many days to be able to open that shop. Hmm. I mean, okay, in our defense, we did only start the day halfway through because we had to deal with the children. So maybe there's, another possibility for a jewel in the morning, one in the afternoon, and then one in the evening? Is he supposed to be working around the clock to build these to make enough to open his business? That doesn't make much sense, does it? Hmm, interesting. By the way, his bed that he sleeps in is actually the bed that came with Get to Work. Now, it is the prison bed, okay? It absolutely is the prison bed, and let me tell you why we are using that, because it is not the cheapest option, but it is one of the cheapest options, and for being cheap, it actually has quite a few benefits to it. It helps with, like, being uncomfortable and the energy and the stress levels, and so you know what? Why not the prison bed? Why not? Change the colors on it, make it a little more homey, whatever. It is what it is. It's gonna do the job. He's not waking up with a sore back, and that's all that's important right now, isn't it? Alright, so the 2 children have become good friends. They are doing their homework together. It's going very nicely. The toddlers and the infant is a whole other story, and Scott, poor boy, is just about pitiful. I think he might wet himself or starve, I'm not sure yet. Um, he might even pass out too, I don't know. I don't know. He's a loner. No, I don't think I want that. I don't think that that's the case. I think his character is more family driven and family motivated. I don't think that he's going to be the type to throw himself around romantically. I don't think that makes him a loner. I think he's just more focused on, his priorities, and those are just different than those who wanna go out and fall in love with whoever, you know? So we're are gonna decline that. Now this child, she's gonna wake up starving, but do we just wake her and feed her before we send him to bed? Probably. So let's give it a go. Let's see how this goes, guys. Now she's extremely tired, so we're gonna see how it works. We've got Frankie passed out in the kitchen, and he doesn't seem to mind. He's like, "I'm all right, guys. Just leave me right here. I'm just gonna take a nap." And we gotta keep an eye out on Lance because he hates bedtime. So, sneaky little bugger, he's gonna be waking up in the middle of the night. Oh, she took the bottle. Oh, blessed be. Here we go. So that means that she should, in theory, sleep through the night. Now we are going to put her to sleep, so it should, like, tuck her in, make her all comfy and snuggly like she likes to be when she goes to bed, and we are gonna send him on his way as well, because it's already midnight. We have big days ahead of us every single day, so oh, he's not even making it to bed. That's too bad. Let's try again. There we go. Alright, that wasn't too bad. We made it through another day, guys. What is happening? Your father put you to bed, darling. Just go night night. You can do it. I believe in you, little girl. Almost there. Okay, now what's happening? Oh, Frankie, please don't tell me that you woke him up. Oh, he's got a nightmare. Oh my. All right, you have a little nap while that moodlet goes away. Blakely, please close your eyes. Yes, success. All right, we're gonna go back to Frankie because this little guy is gonna be awake in a hot minute, and I need to make sure that when he's done and this moodlet is gone, that we put him to actual sleep because naps don't really do much for toddlers, I don't find. So we're gonna make sure that we get him into sleep mode, like, immediately. Don't just, like, roll over and get under the blankets. There we go, there you go. Good job, buddy. My goodness. Blakely, darling, you just fell asleep. Can't be right. This can't be right. Can you go back to bed? Oh, another blowout. Guys, this is our 4th one. We're only 2 days in. And Scott, like, you need to go back to bed. You are the anchor here. You need all your energy. Like, come on, bud. Come on, little girl. Oh my goodness, he's awake. You know what? No problem. You go get some food. Start your day. Start it right now. This little girl, she is not going to night night. She is not going night night. She's not sleeping through the night. She is pooping her pants and just not sleeping through the night. And I don't appreciate. Oh, oh, she fell asleep. We are going to take this opportunity to call a nanny. Nice. We're just going to call the nanny. She got this, right? Evan has a loose tooth. That's fine. I still expect him to go to school regardless. So, it'll fall out on its own. Erica's off to school. Evan, there we go. Okay. 2 older kids are gone to school, and now we are starting off our gemology adventure. Really. So hopefully now that means that we can make 3 jewels, right? That's the thought here. This can't be right. This is way too time consuming. I mean, painting isn't even that bad. Eye ring, we're gonna add it. Keep going. Now, to randomize the jewelry, should it cost us $300? No. I think that the randomizers should choose the jewelry and charge us according to what we're using, right? Here we go. There's another one. I think I'm gonna have to eventually like change the colors of the table because I can't see all the jewels. I can't see how many jewels we actually have going on. Oh, well, see, Scott, like this is why you were supposed to go back to bed in the morning, right? Now you're well spent, exhausted. Honestly, think that nap is gonna do anything? There we go. In tune with their emotions, likes emotional like decision making skills. You know what? Okay, no problem. And the nanny, as always, has made us some food. Thank you. Very useful. Why are they not like just using their diapers? Why are they like holding it? It's because they want to potty train. Uh, Lance, I'll be needing you to actually eat that meal. Okay? I'm gonna need you to just eat it. Oh, they think it's yucky. They think it's yucky. Oh, you have to eat it anyway. Them's the rules, guys. Okay. So now the big kids are back from school and their fun is absolutely drained. So we are going to get them to watch TV for a bit before we get them to do their homework. And Scott, sweetie, you're going to have to go to bed, aren't you? Absolutely going to have to go to bed. Like another nap? I don't know. Did we really get that much from the first one? Oh, the kids are like, family preferences, we want to change, let fate decide. Scott has declined a change, so he still would be happy to have another child at this time. Now, that is not our priority. That is not what we're focused on. He is not focusing on that. But if it so happened that he was in a position where he was having another child, he would be happy about it. Now, that is a part of the RPO mod. For those of you who are here for the first time, it is about the only gameplay mod that I use religiously. Um, it how do I break this down? So it has two main aspects and it's relationship and pregnancy. So the relationship aspect is like there's so many more options. There is like jealousy and the way that the whole jealous system works, like you can confront your partner or your husband or wife or your spouse or whatever the case may be and tell them that you suspect that they are close with so and so and then you can ask them to leave them or what was the reasoning for the cheating and such. And so you can also take a temporary separation and when you go through divorce there's like custody battles and all of this other stuff that just make it the best. So it is the like the absolute chef's kiss. Now, on the pregnancy aspect is even better for me because I don't know, feel like this is kind of the way it should be for me. For me, this is how I need it to be. Now, the pregnancy aspect is just like immensely, immensely better. There is like birth control, there's non-medical preventions, there is sterilization surgeries that can be reversed later. There is surrogates. So you could be a surrogate, or your Sam, I guess, could be a surrogate, or they could have one have a baby for them. Um, there is also, fertility and infertility. There's miscarriages, abortions. There's like counseling for unwanted pregnancies. There is just so much. There's also ultrasounds to find out what you're having and how many. It is just top tier, and for me, there is no playing without it. So if you don't like that as a simmer, that's really unfortunate, but here, that's how we play. So, you know, hopefully that doesn't bother you because I just feel like I need that realism added to the game to make it more user friendly for me because I just find that trying for a baby is not actually trying when you just get pregnant every single time. And it's just not that fun for me. So, yeah, I added that because, I think it adds some character to your Sims. Like immediately they start off and you already know if they want a child, they don't want a child, or they're neutral regarding it. Okay. And right off the cuff, that's awesome. Okay. That is just awesome. So, yeah, he started off and he would love to have children. And it came up, obviously, after a very chaotic day, that he possibly wanted to change that. And I let fate decide. And he did not change. He declined that change. So, there you have it. He would still be happy to add to the chaos and to the circus and somehow find room for another bed. I mean, technically speaking, eventually they do age up. So you could just throw in another thing of bunk beds, right? What's another set of bunk beds? Right. 10 to 3 in the morning, Blakely. What are you doing, girlie? Angry and awake. Buddy, I'm angry that you're awake too. Why can't you just go to bed? Like, try to go night night. I thought it said that you were a snuggly sleeper, and I'm starting to think that that was a lie. Like, everyone else is good to go. Even Lance, who hates bedtime, sleeping through the night. And oh, there we go. There we have it. Success. We are going to quickly help these children get their basic needs ready before they go to school, especially like hygiene. 'Cause when they go to school, obviously they'll like use the washroom, they do get a meal if they're hungry, but the shower is one of those things that they do not. He's gone and broke the toilet. It's broken. Father, father, I've broken the toilet. Please come fix it. Thank you so much. Honestly, this guy gives honest to goodness number one dad vibes. Like, how could he not? He's doing it all. He is doing it all. Reach cooking level 2. Well, that's cute. Hello, Frankie. Good morning, darling. Starving? Shock. Pure shock that comes out of me. Blakely is very hungry. Of course she is. She was hungry when she woke up at 5 a.m. Here come Lance, strolling out of bed. You know he's got a stinky diaper every single time, guys. He's always got a stinky diaper. He's just gassy. And we're gonna slide that back right into the fridge. Scott Scott is sitting at the table and he is like, "Oh my goodness, the diapers on these kids." Now, in my mind as a character, he is probably thinking to himself, like, this was not what he had in mind when he wanted a lot of kids. Um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe his wife left him, probably maybe for that reason. Maybe it was not what she thought she wanted to have all those kids and found herself in a position that she didn't really want to do it anymore. She didn't want to be their mom. So, they up and left maybe. And that is the situation for them. And so now, he is giving it all he's got. That doesn't mean that we can't call the nanny and ask for help. But I do think it's an interesting way of looking at things. Because when you create Sims, you're just like, "Yeah, let's see what's gonna come from this." But at the same time, if you're creating your Sim, why are you creating them that way? And I think that's why I created this because, you know, I think having different types of storylines running at the same time is so interesting. Because with Patrick and Simone, we have a mixologist and a very high maintenance, um, you know, law career person. And with Kaylee and Alana, we have a single mom who had a children very young, obviously, because she's a young adult. She already had an infant who is opening her own like spa and, trying to live her best life with her daughter. And now we've got, Scott and his family, and he's just trying to do right by his kids, right? Oh, we have a birthday coming up. Well, that is exciting, you guys. Birthdays are always exciting for me. That is my favorite time of the game. It is my favorite time of the childhood part of this game. It's birthdays. Oh no, you've botched the jewelry. Okay, well, that's not too bad because we randomized it for 300 and we were still able to sell it for 264 simoleons. That's not awful. But why? Why was it botched? Oh, the dust is accumulating. I've got to buy him a vacuum. No, he's dazed. Ah, he's botched another piece of jewelry. That's probably because he's dazed. Oh, and we only made $166 from that one? Ooh, okay. Well, lucky for us, the nanny is indeed giving a bath to the children, so we can avoid the smell of the stinky diapers for just a hot minute. We can avoid it for just a minute, that would be great. Oh my god, the twins are overlapping each other in the bathroom. Nobody's moving, it's just happening. Alright, let's finish that camper stew, guys. I know how much you loved it the first time. Now, when it comes to the dazed aspect of it, I'm gonna have to figure out if the gemology skill is creative or, mental, because I have to do the opposite in order to get rid of the dazed moodlet. Avoid going through, like, a brain block and all that, so Blakely aged up. Oh my goodness. We randomized that trait and she got independent. I mean, this my lucky day? Is it my lucky day? It is my favorite trait. Look at this. Go potty, honey. Go potty. Do all of the things by yourself. You go, girl. I'm so proud. Right, so it looks like the boys actually ate the camper stew this time. Maybe they learned the last time they actually have to finish it. Oh, we are going to go in. We are going to do two things for sure. We definitely are going to get rid of this crib, and we are also going to add another toddler bed in here. Now, don't want to put a toddler bed back in the living room, and let me tell you why. I think while the children were watching TV, it was keeping infant awake, and it will do the same for the toddler. So, we are going to try and figure out how we are going to get 4 beds in here and still have them all function. I wonder, do the half does it work halfway? Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. So when you open a business, of course, everything automatically goes public. Why? It should be everything is automatically residential until you allow it to be public and not vice versa. So we're gonna go in and change that over so that they're not roaming into the house. We're also gonna sell this. All right, that's it. Okay, now time to test this out. So we've got 2 of the toddlers going to the back, and we've got Blakely. Oh, yes, look at this. Beautiful. Beauty. Absolutely, this is wonderful. It works. Everybody sleeps in the bedroom, and nobody has to wake up because of the television. Music to my ears. Now, you guys, alongside this, so every second day, you guys are going to get a new video of your Forever Safe File families. Um, for the members only, they will get members first for these videos, and their videos will start coming out on Wednesdays and Saturdays, or Wednesdays and Fridays. They will be coming out twice a week, so there will be on average 8 to 10 videos, depending on how many weeks there are in the month. And alongside of it, for regular content, we are going to be starting dun, 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 the Apocalypse Challenge. I have been spending so much time rewriting and, well, upgrading, and then having to start rewriting because some things actually belonged with others now because there's so much that has come out. There is just so much going on. And so I am going to break it down for you how this is going to go. I am going to release a video of the process that I took and the way that I chose to go about the processing and the updating, the rewriting in certain areas and how I chose certain things. Okay? Just to break it down for you because it's not going to be the exact same as the original. Okay? And then I will release a video probably later that same day, maybe not, I'm not entirely sure, and it is going to be a video of the rules and restrictions, and I am doing that because if you're truly going to follow along, if you're truly going to take out the popcorn and follow the chaos and, like, laugh at all of the things that could go wrong here, you're gonna wanna be able to go back to that video and go through it to figure out, you know what I mean? Or maybe you're watching this video and you're taking notes and you're making yourself a binder because you guys I'm going to have one. I'm probably going to have about 4. But yeah, you guys are gonna wanna be able to go back and follow along because, there are gonna be some things that you're probably wondering, "Oh my god, why is she doing that?" And I don't know, I might not remember to remind you. So yeah. So we're gonna have a video, and every time I post one, like, every time I post a video of gameplay, I will tag that original video underneath so that you can easily click on it and have it, running in the background or having it in a separate tab so that you can still follow and, like, keep an eye out on what rules and restrictions like, what I'm working on also, you know? So, it is going to be a very busy time because it is going to be very chaotic until we unlock a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff, guys, a lot. I don't even know where to begin, but, hopefully it's fun, and hopefully you guys are going to join me and follow along, and hopefully I'm doing justice to the original creator of the Apocalypse Challenge because I think it was so well done at the time, and, you know, it I don't even know where to begin on how this would have ever came to light, and so I would love to just, like, thank him for creating it because I would have never just pulled this out of my derriere and created it from scratch. I am simply editing and updating it for what has come since. So, hopefully I do it justice and it is fun and still, possible to finish this. So, yeah, you guys can like, subscribe, follow along, the Forever Safe File, the Apocalypse Challenge. It's going to be very chaotic and I can't even wait. So back to the gameplay. We have children gone to school. We have the kids. The nanny is finally here. We are going to send him back to do some more work here. Now he's still dazed, guys. And to be honest, I just need him to work through it. And I feel like he is the type of character that he would want to work through it anyway. I feel like he's the type of guy that he's going to work until he can't anymore. So, he keeps hitting himself on the head. That could also be why he's dazed. But, we know better. We know better, guys. All right, so he's made a set of earrings, and we are gonna put that on the table in the back. Oh my goodness. All right, so we are clicking like auto solve for these kids. I'm hoping that micromanaging them will help the nanny kind of gauge what she needs to do with them. What's happening here? Okay, I know your social is low, sweetheart. And I'm not even entirely sure how that's possible because you have a slew of children. Oh no, you've botched it again. Oh, Lord. And there's nobody around. Let's open the business, guys. What a fine time to open the business. Immediately when your social skill is low, that's how you do it. No, 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 no. Come back. Yep, welcome to the business. Well, hello. She's a cutie. Marcus, don't you dare. Don't you dare pee on the floor. Oh, and the nanny's gone. Girl, we just opened this business. You can't do like extra hours? Well, hello, darling. Oh my goodness. The children are absolutely miserable. All right, let's see if we can quickly make them happy and slowly get them ready for bed because, we don't have many other options. It's already the end of Thursday. Where did this whole week go? Where did the whole week go? Okay, quickly now, darling. Quickly. Ooh, we can make a little bit of cash. Oh, there we go. Oh, Blakely, girl, you are independent. You know you can use that potty. And that food was spoiled. Now, as much as I appreciate the nanny's cooking, why can't they be bothered to put it in the fridge when they're done? Because let me tell you, every time I forget or I don't notice and it goes to waste, Marcus Flex, was that you? Was it you who left the puddle on the front step? It is. Look at the stench coming off of you. You can't even hide. You can't even lie about it. How awful. All right, we are going to talk to this Kaori. Is it Corey or Kaori? I don't know. If someone could help with pronunciation, that would be exceptional. Thank you so much. She's cute. Hello, darling. Looking for a friend? Yes or no? It's enthused about gemology. I love it. Let's ask her about her career. What do you do for a living, doll? Hmm. Unemployed. Okay. Are you looking to be a new stay-at-home mom to children that you have not birthed? Because we could use that right about now. We could also use someone else to be making jewelry, to be honest. That would also help us. And the children are just not quite there yet. Like when these older children are maybe teenagers, they could help. I'm assuming they can learn this skill like the rest of them? I don't know. We're gonna figure everything out slowly but surely. Oh, hello, Vlad. What brings you to my shop? Welcome to business. Welcome to business. Make friends, please and thank you. I mean, we are making money from the ticket kiosk. The jewels did sell. We did make 1,700 simoleons, so I don't think that's awful. I think the biggest problem we're having is how expensive it is to make things. So if we're making things at random for 300 simoleons and we make 6 items, we're looking at 1,800 simoleons to make something and then only making 1,700. So we are gonna have to keep an eye out on that for sure because that's not money making for absolute certain. But the children are all in bed and we are about to start Friday, so he is gonna go take a nap. Blakely, get back in that bed. Turn around, darling. Get comfortable. Don't do me like this today, please. Thank you. Please remain there for the rest of the performance, which is the night. You guys, I don't know. I'm gonna be fine. I'm probably gonna be fine. I've been playing with so many kids lately in my gameplays that, like now they're gonna start testing my patience. And that Lance, why are you not sleeping? Why, Lance, why are you blue? Why are you awake? Sir? No. Oh no, no. Mm-mm. No, you have a little nap and you let your father sleep. He's doing the Lord's work, I swear. Where is everyone? Everyone is sleeping, as so should you. Had a nightmare. I wonder if oh, look at this girl. Mm-mm-mm. No, 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 no. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I wonder if we put the defender light up in this room, if it would keep them from having nightmares, or if it only works for monsters under the bed, because this is going to get very tedious very quickly with 3 toddlers waking up simultaneously into the night. Oh, have mercy. He's barely making it, guys. He's, like, struggling. He is struggling. This little twerp, okay, is what I'm gonna call her. Bless her. Let's play. Oh, that would work. If they played, it would help her fun and her social. Okay. Absolutely. Let's try that. One last time. Permissive? No. No, that's not our style. And that's not his style either. It can't be. I mean, how permissive can you be with 5 children, you know? What is it they say on The Little Mermaid? You give them an inch and they swim all over you? Well, that is also the case here. That is absolutely the case. Okay, it works on all fronts. Ooh, what? Yeah, if you're only getting to know them as a friend, we're coming back for you, darling. Maybe not right now, because we are in a state, but we are coming back for you. Sweetie, why do you keep calling? Oh, it's the school. Why does it do that? Like, she's not working at the school, she's unemployed. All right, kids, eat up. Who else is there, Lance? Of course he's sleeping. He was up half the night with his sister. Of course he's sleeping in. Frankie doesn't even know what's happening. He's like, "You know what? I'm getting up, I'm getting some breakfast. I don't know what's going on, but I slept well." Absolutely slept well. He is too tense to do this. Well, this is going to be an extremely long day, isn't it? Now, what could we possibly do to get rid of this? This is the portion of the, like, um brain block situation that I cannot figure out. This is the brain block, actually. So there's dazed, brain block, and then burnout? Or is it uh, wait, is it dazed, burnout, brain block? Whatever it is, the middle part is the only part that I cannot figure out. So when you're dazed, you just have to pay attention to what you're doing. So it will tell you, you know, you're using too many creative skills, like you're having a creative you're in a creative daze, so you need to use mental skills. So you could go from painting to using the logic or chessboard, okay? And when it's vice versa, so if you're doing too much logic, then you would go and do something like painting or practice writing, so on and so forth. When they reached the other side of it, whoops, when they reach the other side, which is I think is it burnout or brain block? I think brain block is like the final. Yeah. Once you get there, everything fun is going to help it. It doesn't matter. You could sit down and watch a movie, you could paint, you could do whatever you want. As long as it's fun, it will work. In the middle, okay, which is where we find ourselves right now, is the only section of it that I cannot for the life of me figure it out what is going to help. So, since we cannot go do anything in the small business, we are going to, I mean, we're going to deal with these kids, aren't we? A Wabbit tablet. Like winner, winner, chicken dinner. This is probably one of my favorite pieces of the gameplay. Now, that being said, my niece loves her tablet. Okay. She would spend 24/7 on it. I do not allow her to be 24/7 on her tablet here. Okay, guys? Like, don't get me wrong, we turn the TV on. She likes to watch her YouTube videos. She likes to watch things that surprisingly teach her stuff. So she will sit there for a while and she will watch all kinds of things that teach her about all kinds of things like math and reading and division and multiplication and everything else. Guys, she's 5. But I do make sure that she kinda does other things, like, even if it's just, "Do you wanna paint your nails?" So we paint her nails, or, "Do you wanna paint?" Or, something like that. So we just I don't know, we just kinda try and do some fun stuff with her. Now in the game, use the tablet, children. Use the tablet. Enjoy the tablet, um, and just stay happy, okay? Just stay happy for the game purposes. In real life, I mean, it is what it is. Some people prefer to let their children do what they like, and that's their choice. And some people don't allow their children to use tablets, and that's also their choice. It's all about respecting everybody's choices and respecting that they're not yours to make. So, you know, we're definitely, definitely in game. Tablet is the cure. Now we are going to get them to socialize together. Remember, guys, toddlers, I'm learning together is the best way to go because their attention is much easier to bring up. Now they're both playing on the tablets and talking to each other, and I love it. I love it. Scott here is about to wet himself. It's 7 p.m. on Friday. Guys, we have one day left of this week. I am hoping that we can just make it through with minimal with minimal disruptions. All right. Now, Saturdays and Sundays are always, like, super difficult for me because that means that all the children are home, and I always find it super difficult to entertain all of the children while they are home on the weekend. Now, I know I mentioned it, like, I don't know, multiple times before, but I miss the private school and boarding school options that have been in the previous Sims games. Like, I miss that immensely. Yeah, okay. So let me break this down for you. For those of you who have not played with that aspect in your game, it's an absolute game changer. Like, imagine a world where the option to send your children to boarding school existed, and all you had to do was invite the headmaster over to your home, cook a meal for him, and give him a tour of your house. And based on these aspects, he would decide if your child was worthy of being in his boarding school. And let me tell you, it was not always that easy, but when it was, and they got shipped off, guys, okay? Okay. You would send them off and then they would come back when it would be time for their birthday. And it was nice. They left and they learned things, and you could choose if it was more of, like, a military school where they would learn things like fitness, or it would be an art school where they would learn things like, the arts and music and all of that stuff. And guys, why does that not exist anymore? It's not like our Sims are learning in school, so why not have that option? It's literally a rabbit hole. Ugh. Like, come on. So, essentially, what I want is for Sims to learn at school. And yes, I know if you follow your teenagers to school, they will learn some things. But why are they not doing it? Regardless, guys, every single time, I know I've mentioned this before, and you guys are probably sick of hearing me complain about it, but it's like a bare minimum. That would be an absolute game changer in the way that your Sims develop from such a young age into adulthood, and they're going to learn their likes and their dislikes based on what they're learning at school. And I think that would be like top dollar. I would probably, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's like base game update immediately. That is what I'm looking for. Okay. When you talk about a laundry list, like those are things that I want in the game, right? Like, am I the only one? I don't know. Am I the only one who feels that way? Maybe I am. I don't know. Like, yes, the color wheel. Absolutely. 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 They could do it for tattoos. Don't tell me they can't do it for furniture. I want the color wheel. Okay. Oh. I went on a little bit of a rant there, and I do apologize. I do apologize, but it was necessary. I feel better. Thank you so much for listening and putting up with that rant. Yeah. Moving on. It is 6 a.m. on a Saturday. It is our last day with the Scott Rose family, and my lord, look at the height on the water from the broken sink. Unbelievable. Now, naturally, we have the oldest child, Erica. She is awake, and now so is Devin, and he is gonna go use the washroom, try to avoid the water flying everywhere. He's gonna eat. We're gonna get them to watch some TV and, hope that this day was better than yesterday because that's all you can do sometimes. Oh, it looks like there's bad food in the fridge. Oh my goodness, is he gonna go eat that bad food? Okay, we're gonna get the father to make fresh food, and we're not eating the butter chicken, okay? We're not eating that. Put it aside. Throw it out. Is there other food that you can grab? I mean, start by cleaning out the bad stuff and then, go back and check, see if there's anything good for you to eat. Just, like, quickly, you know what I mean? And there's not. So, oh goodness. Oh goodness, Frankie's awake. He is starving Marvin. So, Scott's probably gonna have to make another meal after this because when they eat and everybody eats, there goes 6 out of 8 portions, okay? Talk about chaos. We almost need to hire someone solely to cook for them. All right. Food is done, guys. Everybody just run to the counter. Great. So once he gets up, I can then click continue watching. You too, Frank and Lance, who is not happy this morning. Ooh, he's not happy. And Blakely is the last one to wake up. She is also not pleased this morning. Wait, she not get a she didn't get any food. Sorry, darling. Please hold. We will deliver it for you. Where you going, girl? It's right here. Oh my goodness. Frank, eat the food. Eat the food. Now, we did notice that there are some birthdays coming up. So Frank and Lance are going to become children. Oh, I love it. I love it. Because you know what? They're going to start sleeping through the night, whether they like it or not now. Yucky. You know what, Frank? It's eggs and toast or scrambled eggs and bacon. How is that yucky? Child, please. Yucky. Honestly. Right. So it is taking us a little bit longer to cook this cake than anticipated, but we are celebrating. I mean, this is a time for celebration. Every time that there's a cake, you guys, I love it. I love it so much. Right, let's zoom in. Let's experience this together. Wait, where'd he go? We put it on the table. Add some candles. Yes, yes, yes. All right, candles help. Lance first. You're like drum roll. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Them down and then put more candles on the cake. What just happened? Okay, Frankie, your turn. Okay, but what just happened there, Lance? Did I add the candles too quickly? Um, okay. Moving on. Right, so we're gonna add the candles again. Frankie! Social butterfly, absolutely. My goodness, he's got pink hair. I love it. Right, Lance, one more time. Oh, excuse me, he'll be taking this outside. Oh my goodness, on the first try, he's a goofball. I love it because he was a silly toddler. What is he wearing? You know what? He's wearing the sunglasses that make me think of The Matrix. Oh my goodness. They absolutely look like Keanu Reeves's sunglasses in The Matrix. That is hilarious. All right, well, look at that. Look at us go. Okay. Now we can properly clean them because they haven't been properly cleaned in way too long. In way, way, way too long. Now I wonder if well, no, because there's only 3 childs there. I was gonna debate putting, um putting another bed in the back room with, like, the half tiles like we did with the toddler beds, but there's actually only 3 tiles there, not 4, so they won't actually be able to get in. Alright, so we are assigning the beds, which is super, super exciting. So now with 4 out of 5 children into school, we should definitely be able to get a move on with our jewel making and opening up the business. start building the new house and demolishing this one as we go. Yes, everybody is getting clean, everybody's getting happy. I love it so much. I thought this was gonna be much more chaotic because of the small area, but, it's turning out that it's not that bad. Oh, look at this. This is so sweet. Look. Oh my goodness. She doesn't even look happy. Why is she not having fun? Worked for social, but her fun is just, like, depleted. Oh my god. This is adorable. Like, buddy, I hope you're celebrating because I am too. 4 kids off to school, that is what I'm talking about. We are going to give her one of the Wabbit tablets, and we are gonna sell one. Because guys, 400 simoleons? Honestly, roughed up. She's angry. She's angry that he did that. How dare he, right? How dare her father play with her? Number 1 dad, have fun with his kids. Be ashamed of yourself, Scott. Right, we are going to put bathrooms in this small business because there's no need for people to wet themselves. Now, I'm just remembering that I do have windows on this side of the wall, so we're gonna switch this up so that we can put mirrors in there and they're not, like, flopping over a window. Like, you guys, I just want this to be, like, simple, nothing extravagant. We might put a plant in that corner just to add some little, like, ambience to it because frankly, there's no need of anything else. Like, you're not making extra money because your business is beautiful, you know? Aesthetic purposes, absolutely. The more gorgeous, the better when you're working in it a lot, but in terms of, like, monetary value, everything you put into that business is not really amounting to anything unless you're selling it because your business is only worth so much money as it goes up in stars. Like, you start off you could spend $1,000 on your business, it's still only worth 250 simoleons. So, we're just gonna do it a little bit at a time, and, we'll take it one day at a time. Alright, so we are reaching the end of Saturday, and, we're gonna go in, we're gonna make some extra food for all the children because there are so many of them. If they all eat, it takes away more than half of the meal, so we are going to be cooking quite often until they are old enough to cook themselves because I think it's gonna be very important for them to learn how to cook. Wow, what a very eventful and unproductive week, you guys. Incredible. Alright, like, this is beautiful. I think this was a great time. Um, Now, obviously, we won't see this family again for another 2, like, episodes, I'm gonna call them, another 2 episodes because we will go back or yeah, we are going to create a new family after this, and then we'll come back to family 1 and then run through. And yeah, eventually, I'm sure you'll be able to keep track of when the next episode of each family is coming out. But for now, should be quite frequently. And, eventually this family will probably like dissolve and become something new as they age and they pass away or, they move out or whatnot. So I think this is going to be a good time. Um, but yeah, this is the end of the week, guys. Look at this chick. Angry, going to bed, not having a good time, but she has the cutest little slippers. Oh my goodness. She has the cutest little slippers. All right, Scott, job well done, son. Job well done. So proud. You clean that. Yeah, buddy. You're gonna vacuum, the house is gonna be clean, the kids are in bed, everybody is fed, and you know what? You did good this week. So you have the best sleep of your life, okay? And that's it, guys. That's all for this time. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time. Bye.